So, it's quite late in the day, and we tried to record a 40k storytime thread. That did not work.
I realised that I may or may not be recorded.
Yeah,
it
was really bad. I mean, like, it was like we got 4 posts in, and it got to the point where it's like we can't do this anymore. So if you're interested in that one, it'll probably be up on the text speech channel next week or the week after. If you don't know, we've got a text speech channel. Check it out. It's our old channel that got completely demonetized because it's monetized again somehow magically. I think YouTube will like, you know what the problem is with YouTube? They're like, we don't want them to do what they're doing. It's like, right, okay, then I just made a new channel, and then they were like, but we still want we still want your money though. You're not going to make new videos on this channel. No, you need to make us money though.
Here's your monetization
back. Yeah, so
but anyway, it's a good video. It's a good channel to binge.
Yeah, so if you're interested in it, we do.
And if you don't like me,
there you go.
There you go. There's text speech.
So there you go.
It pronounces things better than I do.
Sometimes. Most of the time.
90% of the time.
Let's just jump into this one then, will we?
Beamy, join a WTA game from Rule 20. World of Darkness, but werewolf. 5 players. One is literally a furry that can't shut up, who spends about 10 minutes session 0 outlining how his character's aide is their wife, has the rights of breeding and romancing, the details of the right mechanics, and his own personal interpretation of them.
What's his interpretation?
It came with a PowerPoint.
Yeah. You see, this is where...
So this is a bussy?
Yeah.
And this is a yiff.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just keep going.
Yes, and about how his entire game plan is to be a daddy and be the boss man. His immediate stipulation on being invited to the game was he was going to play this character and only elaborate beyond their field medic after the GM said, yeah, sure, I guess so. Also threw a bitch fit in the chat when GM had to postpone session 0 and I had to calm him down because he was crying about never getting to play WTA.
Just get out. Go, no.
2 players come from World of Darkness LARPs, know each other and spend half an hour telling the group about their past characters and how they ended up making a big scene in public multiple times while LARPing or RPing. Game has an almost comically intense bad mic. Like the cliche loud and static-y shit. Like loud bursts of mechanical noise spent in bursts in between cutting out. Barely comprehensible.
Okay, big question. Were they either from Eastern Europe or Florida?
Or Spain.
Yeah, well, the Spanish ones aren't getting there.
And asked us to build the entire game instead of himself. Oh wait, that's the GM with a bad mic? Oh no.
That game's doomed. Well, you know what? It's your fault. You shouldn't have invited Furry.
Seriously spends most of the session 0 telling everyone about prior games and characters. Doesn't want to talk about building the game, but perfectly happy to tell kind of shitty stories.
Literally this channel.
One player admits he'll be an utter shit to play with.
Yes, me. Tell them at the end.
By making the biggest asshole characters he could, while also backing up everything he does as, well, I can't help it, I'm staying in character, it's just everyone else's fault. While his buddy, the GM, backs it all up.
Yeah, yes. This is, you know that literally me thingy meme? You know the one, American Psycho? Yeah. This is literally me though. Yeah. So I think before we continue, we'll tell this. We've told this one before. Honestly, it wasn't that long ago.
Oh, the guy you met in the game store?
Yeah. So I was in the game store and I was looking at the role playing books.
We were all in the game store.
Oh yeah, Ozzy was there as well. He could walk at the time, so it wasn't that long ago. Anyway, so we go on in, and I was looking at the role playing books because they've actually got a good selection, and they've got like Dark Heresy, and they've got a lot of Kickstarter books and whatnot. They've actually got a really solid selection. So I was just having a wee nosy, and a guy came up to us. He seemed dead on.
I can't even remember what game you had up.
No, it was. I can't. No, he. So it sounded like he was looking for players for.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. You remember a different way to what happened.
Okay,
he wasn't looking for players.
All right, so I'll tell you my interpretation of what happened, and Megan can tell you what she saw. Okay.
What actually happened? I'll tell the truth.
All right. Okay. So I don't know. I was talking to the guy, and he was asking me. It's like, be honest with you, I'm kind of trash, not gonna lie, man. I mostly play like rogues and like paladins and stuff. And
you said this to him?
Yeah, I said that to him, and because he asked me, he's like, what do I normally play as? What do you do, and all that type of stuff. And then,
but what made you think he was looking for players?
Because he told me he was wanting to run a One Ring campaign sometime in the summer. This would have been like last springtime.
Yeah, but that's not what was said. Okay.
Anyway, what was it? I think I told him to like add us on Facebook or whatever, and I added him, and he never accepted my friend request.
So let me tell you the truth. What happened, right? So we were in the game store.
Right.
Ozzy was trying to run about the show. James was looking at, was it the One Ring?
Yeah, it was one. I can't remember.
Well, he was looking at a book. Anyway, yeah. And the fella came up and said, "Oh, that's really good. I'm running a campaign with me and my friends shortly about it. It's really good." And you go, "Oh yeah, well, I'll join it. Here, take my name and I'll join it." And the fella was like struck with it. He was like,
well, he sounded like
and he was like, "Not gonna lie, no, he didn't invite you." He said, and Jim's like, "Not gonna lie, I'm a really shit player. Like I just shit post all the time." And the fella's like, and he's like, "Here, mate, what's your name?" And he told him his name. He's like, "Great, look, that's me. Added you on Facebook now. Just accept me and we'll get a game going. All right, see you, bye. See you later." The fella couldn't even move. Didn't even ask him, did he want to join the game? James just invited himself.
Well, that's what it sounded like he was inviting us.
But he didn't.
That's what it sounded like
James
to me.
James hears what he wants.
Look, well, I wouldn't have had the time to play anyway. I'm just saying. I'm having.
Fuck you for not accepting me and taking me into your game.
Yeah.
You missed out.
Yeah, look, let's just keep going then, will we? Let's see what's.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
The weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple of decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what we want.
Anyway, if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy. Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's get back to the video. Be me, bored and autistic uni student, currently bored and concussed martial artist. So sorry for that. What?
I have no idea what he's trying to say.
Be not me, RPG club member. There were 5 of the... DM, the grognard. They were a fat, unwashed fuck, but actually pretty chill.
Alright, okay. Well, most grognards are pretty chill.
There was the less chill...
T.
Made more of an effort to wear gendered clothing. Spoke in a ready falsetto.
What's falsetto?
Higher.
Oh, right.
Like that half whisper that makes you think some old grandma in Frontier, Texas or some shit. They were considerably more outspoken in their beliefs about some alphabet shit and tried to ham it in everywhere, to everything. You talk about Warhammer, they'd asked about female repression or tete-a-tete representation. Not as fat, but they had the build where they looked more like a fatty. They were playing this elf druid that they insisted commonly swap sexes just by nature. The Redditor knew him prior due to a mutual friend. Dude based his entire personality around Senator Armstrong.
Wait.
Argued anything compulsively. Was staunchly against anything not utterly scientifically proven and relied upon long-term as concrete wisdom, which included most modern scientists and scientific information. He also seemed to treat making people angry at him as proof of superiority. If you got mad at him, or brought up feelings, emotions, opinions, or preferences as things that exist, he'll call you a liberal and start slamming you for shit. We're not American. We don't have that kind of party. Yeah, he had some good points, but he was just such a C-word about it that it spent most of the time wanting to punch his teeth out. There was the woman. The woman!
The femoid!
First year at uni, only chick at the table, short, man haircut, loud, obnoxious, spent most of her time on Facebook, squeezing blackheads on her skin, forearms, shoulders and chest, and generally never paid attention. Made a dwarf, which consequently had zero personality. And then there was this honestly pretty normal guy. Most painfully generic outside of being tall.
He was pretty normal. He was just freakishly tall,
He's just really tall.
How do you see that? This is the thing. Only in role-playing games would you get this band of Murray. What will be the correct term? I don't know. It's really not a term correct for you, Chip. Let's just keep going.
Barely made it past the first session, where as soon as they were on the way, Redditor's PC started slamming Not Chill T's PC for wearing impractical clothing. They'd provided character art, anime-esque of course, with this girl boy in a rainbow sundress. Redditor started going off that the clothing wasn't realistic to the type of setting, and that the colours weren't appropriate because they were too bright and flashy and would draw attention. Aside from being historically inaccurate to medieval reality, this was also pretty dumb anyway, because it's D&D, so naturally non-chill T started firing back poorly. So DM ends up bursting in and says that my PC, while walking, ends up putting her foot through a hole and they hear metal strike metal. Some shit happens, we discover this dagger that Redditor, who's a paladin, senses is very, 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 very super evil. Now Redditor says he's going to hold on to it because it's super bad. Druid says, bullshit, you can't be trusted, and tries to wrestle it off them. Redditor tries to intimidate, but this is level 1 at 3.5, and they'd forgotten that was a character skill, or charisma skill, which they were shitting, because they min-max strength. All this, we nearly missed a boat we were meant to catch. My character, Warforged Fighter, manages to wrangle them together with Normie Cleric. Woman then sticks her head up and exclaims, sorry, I wasn't paying attention, what's going on? After about 10 minutes of heated arguing. So DM has to recap. Whereupon woman declares, that's stupid, and tries to insert her character's actions retrospective, which did not impress the DM. We end up going to sleep for the night. Druid hears Paladin sneaking into their room on the ship in full
Oh, I thought that story was going nowhere, but here.
Everyone else wakes up to the fully-fledged screaming match going on because Paladin is saying Druid's a schizo for casting at a party member for no reason, while Druid is calling Paladin a lying murderer for trying to sneak in and assassinate them, while Paladin is trying to gaslight them and going, why would you immediately jump to murder? And you call me a psycho? Let it be known, both are reportedly in full war gear. Paladin is killing Druid, Not Chill T is seething. They grab their shit and strut out, muttering some fussy comments about lesser people. Redditor starts loudly shifting the blame, declaring to the air shit like, well, I guess some people just can't deal with not always getting their way in D&D, and being this smug, didn't do nothing shit. Druid T keeps it together, leaves the room, then pretty predictably sticks their head back inside, starts jabbing their finger at Redditor and screaming insults. Falsetto screaming, calling them a fucking bitch, little man, short man syndrome, fat ass fuck, ignorant, unkind, misogynistic, transphobic, bigot. All the fun words. Redditor gets a huff, stands up and starts walking over while jeering at Druid, mocking their emotionally charged insults, their clothes, and starts digging at them for being a
T.
You never had a paternal influence. You only insults, that kind of shit. So they're looking like they're about to start swinging. So I get up, walk over, grab Redditor's head from the back, and just kind of push his head to the doorframe, like bouncing a basketball. Nothing damaging, but enough to make him react to the shift in balance.
Right, is there any more? Okay.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, Jesus, right.
Dude was the major inflammation. I liked him slightly less than the visual affrontation representation of Druid. But mostly, really, he was just the closest one. Tell them enough because autism. They break it up because screaming and crying is fine, but apparently a light shove is unacceptable.
Yeah, that's pretty much all of Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can...
You can scream and shout, but as soon as somebody lifts their hand, it's like, no!
Like, get out. Oh, like, let's keep going.
Game night over, Normie just leaves, but gives me a look saying he approved of none of it. Druid looks at me before hurrying off because Tease cannot comprehend the reality of physical violence. Woman is looking around the group through all of this with comically dropped jaw, like she's stretching her mouth open wide as it can go. They exaggerate the whole thing. I end up actually walking part of the way back to my hall with Redditor. He's sooty AF. Sooty? Snooty should it be?
Yeah,
because he wants to complain about the tea, but can't do so without admitting he's also most opinionated or personally involved in the event. And more significantly, he wanted to chew me out over pushing him in the door frame, but can't because he told me extensively about his wrestling background when we'd first met, because he felt the need to measure Dex because I happen to be 6'2" and broad at the shoulders while he was the biggest guy around. Well, he wasn't the biggest guy around, so clearly he can't complain, or he looks weak. He did get incredibly passive-aggressive towards me, including fucking me over at every turn, specifically in a game he ran for a friend group.
Wait, so why did you keep playing? What's going on here?
As much as he could, and as hard as he could, until I gave up on him. I actually ended up keeping contact with the DM. They were cool. I got to play in their next campaign, which was more normal, and I almost ended up flatting with them, but they never managed to insulate the walls properly or remove the smell of cat piss from the floorboards. What is this story?
What is that? I have no idea.
What is this?
That is, I don't know, guys. I don't think you can top that one, actually, if I'll be honest with you. That's one of the weirdest out there stories. You know what? Finally this is going to happen in uni, though.
Yeah, American uni.
I don't know, like, I've heard some stories from uni over here, and some really weird stuff going on these days.
Or it mightn't be. It was said they weren't Americans, so maybe it's not American.
Must be, I don't know. I don't know. Either way, interesting story. Pity we have to cut so much of it because of YouTube. That's a little shame, but, like, we've already told you guys at the start, we've already had one channel in serious bother, you know what I mean? I don't want to do it again, alright?
We have to play by someone stupid.
We have to,
yeah,
exactly. So, if you enjoyed this story,
check out our website.
Helps us out a lot. If you want, by the way, we're giving away some PDFs for free. So if you're interested in them, check them out. A couple of 5e adventures. If you want anything, we pretty much got you covered. Just check out the website.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on it, so it's worth having a wee browse. And honestly, it does help us out to no end.
Yeah.
And lets us
a lot.
And it lets us, do stuff which normally would be seen as a ultimate no-no on YouTube, where we don't really have to worry about that half as much because of you guys, essentially. It really does. It's, also, there's a sale coming very soon, so check that out.
And also, this is probably going to be my last video before Christmas. So I hope you all have a lovely Christmas.
Oh, no, you're going to be doing the thing you want. We might be getting a story time by a fellow YouTuber. He is going to be sending me
if I don't do that before Christmas, then I hope you all have a lovely Christmas.
Yeah,
and the big man's good to you.
Yeah, I hope he empties a sack all over your face.
Yeah.
You like my joke?
Yeah, I did too.
Sack, you get it.
I hope you all have a lovely Christmas, spending the holidays with whoever and whatever, or with yourself, Open a beer and have fun. Look, we'll see you later.
Right, okay, talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye-bye.
Bye.